Mother Abir Satel cannot stomach the thought of her son serving in the Israeli military. Up till now, he hasn't had to, but that could change. The Satels are Palestinians who hold Israeli citizenship, and as citizens, the law could soon demand that her son serve the state of Israel in civil service or in the military. This would mean that I would have to erase all the principles, values, and thoughts that I have raised my son on. This would suggest that we become part of the occupation, she says. Her worst fear is that her son would have to fight against his own people in the occupied territories, where clashes between Palestinian protesters and Israeli military are commonplace. The Israeli Defense Force says there are over 5,000 Arabs serving. By some accounts, that is 3% of Israel's military. But many of Israel's Arab citizens are absolutely set against mandatory service, saying the state has discriminated against them, taken their land, and is now trying to take their identities too.
It's absurd that now they want to take more than what they've already taken. I don't see myself owing the state of Israel anything. On the contrary, I see the state of Israel owing me.
This year, Israel's Supreme Court declared unconstitutional a law that exempts ultra-Orthodox Jews from military service, and in so doing, brought on calls by some politicians to get rid of a policy that exempts Arabs as well. The fight by the ultra-Orthodox to avoid the draft and continue to study the Jewish holy book, the Torah, instead, has managed to tear apart Israel's coalition government. That is largely because secular Jews have bitterly complained they're shouldering the entire responsibility of the state, while the ultra-Orthodox are allowed to study and live off state subsidies. For the majority of Israelis, when they turn 18, men are required to enlist for 3 years and women for 2.
I think what they do is an incredible thing. At the same time, I also am in the belief that the Torah and what the people in yeshivas do is also a super important element to the safety of the country.
Many of Israel's Arab citizens have their reasons for not wanting to serve. In Nazareth, they protested through the arts, saying the draft is a tool Israel will use to further erode their identities as Palestinians. It turns out Arabs and ultra-Orthodox Jews, two minority groups who would normally never mix, are both fighting a similar battle to avoid serving the state of Israel's military apparatus, albeit for very different reasons. Sarah Seidner, CNN, Jerusalem.